Hi guys, my name is Manili Simoyo and I'm going to be doing tutoring lessons for geography, life sciences and maths lit. So today I'm just going to be doing a simple tutoring lesson for today on a specific topic on maths lit, which is income and expenditure. So the topic will be quick and short as possible since it's a sample. So we said it's income and expenditure. Income and expenditure. So this topic usually is confusing at certain points, not everywhere, but it's actually a simple topic because you only have to know the definitions. Every definition explains the terms. So right now we have your selling price, your cost price, and profit. And obviously, if we have a profit, that means we will have a loss. So these are the definitions you have to know. Most especially your expenses and income. And the last one, which is most important, your break-even point. So we are going to start with your selling and cost price. So your selling price is the amount of money you are selling a certain product which you've ordered at a certain shop. So your selling price should be your cost price plus your profit. Remember, when you are buying something from a shop, you have to add a certain amount of money to add value to that product or service or good. So if this was maybe 10 rands, then you add a profit of 5 rands, which is equals to your 15 rands selling price. But for your cost price, to get your cost price, which is the money you use to buy that certain product before selling it, so that's money you use to stock up that product. So that will be your selling price and subtracting your profit from your selling price, which will give you your cost price. So that will be 15 rands, which we said is our selling price, minus your 5 rand profit, which is equals to 10 rands cost price. Then your loss and profit, as simple as saying selling price minus your cost price. Then you get your profit. So we said our selling price was 15 rands minus our cost price of 10 rands, which is equals to our profit. So if this amount was a negative amount, that means this person did not make a profit but made a loss. So be careful about that. If the question ever comes that calculate if this person got a profit or a loss, make sure this value should be either negative or positive. If it's negative, then you say loss. But if it's positive, then you say it's a profit. So now you can either calculate your profit and loss using those or using your income minus your expenses. So it still leads to the same thing and the same theory, but on different cases, on different questions. So this is for a company, right? Or a shop. A company or a shop. But this is for a person's personal statement. It might be a bank statement. It might be a budget, somebody's budget. So that person will jot down his or her expenses and income. So all that needs you to know specifically which one of these are they talking about. But usually in maths lit, they will tell you that calculate the selling price or calculate the income and expenses. Now the break-even point. When we are dealing with the break-even point, we are dealing with two things, which is a graph and a table, right? This table might be talking about maybe a number of bags and expenses and income. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So one bag might cost 600 rands, which means for your expenses you say 600 rands, but on top of that 600, maybe you have a profit of 100 rands. So your income will be 600 plus 100 rands. So that will be on income there. So your break-even point is when your expenses are equal. When your expenses are equal to your income. So the expenses and income are equal at that point. And they might ask you, what is the break-even point in context to a certain graph, right? According to a graph, your expenses will start from 0. Remember, your expenses start long before you get your income, and then your income might start after 0. So the point where this join, that's your break-even point. So you explain your break-even point in context to the table or graph in this way. The break-even point in context to the graph is the point where the expenses meet the income, or where the income meets the expenses. So that's your point where these two meet, which means at that point they are equal, right? And remember this, that after your break-even point, your income starts to increase, right? Which means after your break-even point, now you are getting profit, right? The section before your break-even point, there is no profit, which means you get loss. But the section after your break-even point is your profit. So that's how I do my tutoring. But usually when I'm doing it with the learner, I become more slower and teach at a lesser pace. I teach thoroughly. So this is how I teach. So for any help with life sciences, geography, or maths lit, you can just contact me at 076 587 5041, and I'll add you into a group where you'll be tutored. So that group is Tutoring Wisdom. That's where I'm teaching Tutoring Wisdom. So that's where I'm teaching. Thank you very much. I hope everybody will be interested. I hope I'll be getting people who want help, because this is something I enjoy. I do it out of passion. Thank you very much.